Neil, you've been kicking your heels for the last few days since the last game.
Yeah, I mean, it's been... today's only really the second day we've been out on the grass since, you know, the blizzard, the beast from the east. Yeah, listen, we've got a big game to look forward to, and there's a bit of a zip about the players again. So my only concern is we're a little bit undercooked going into the game. Shouldn't be a major issue though. I think a derby takes care of itself in terms of build-up and motivation, really.
You'd say fresh rather than undercooked.
Yeah. Well, in this weather, you would be, aye. But they've looked okay, and you know, we've no major injury concerns apart from the long-term injuries. So yeah, it's always a game that you're looking forward to.
As a manager in Derby, you've been involved in hundreds of them now. You know, do you enjoy them?
Yeah, I enjoy these a lot more than I enjoyed the Glasgow one. Certainly the build-up isn't as intense or as fraught, but the result is still the same. You want to win it, and you know what it means to your support, and you know what it means to the club. So there is, you know, still pressure, but I certainly enjoy these derbies. I would say a lot tamer than certainly the Glasgow one, but still a derby to be savoured and enjoyed.
Less stressful?
Yes, very much so.
And with it, do you look back on old derbies, Neil, to think, well, I really enjoyed that one in particular?
Look, Brian, you enjoy the ones you win.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that. The ones you lose, you blank them out of your memory bank, you know, and even these ones, you know, we lost the last one, you know, it's sore for a few days. But a reaction from losing that has been very good. You know, the psychology of the team and the mentality has been brilliant. So I think it's a game that we're looking forward to. Full house again, magnificent support we've had this season, and the players are feeding off that.
How much will you use that defeat in the last game, Neil, and the post-match comments by Craig to try and inspire yourself and your players for this match?
Look, it's a derby, they don't need any extra motivation, but if it's there, then we'll use it if we need to. What you don't want is your players going in over emotional. You know, they have to be cold and play the game, not the occasion. At the end of the day, it's a league game. There's 3 points at stake, which is important to us if we want to, you know, keep closing in on Aberdeen and Rangers. So it's vital we win the game from that aspect. The side issue, of course, is that it's a derby, and you get the bragging rights, or whatever you want to call it, for 6 weeks until you play them again. So the important thing is to win the game. It's not... we're not playing for a trophy, not just yet, but a European place would be as good as a trophy, so we have to bear that in mind going forward.
When you look at the league table, you're 9 points ahead, you've got a game in hand. You've just come up from the league below. Hearts had, you know, a couple of years to stabilise in this league after being down. Are you surprised that you're in this position of real dominance when you look at the league table ahead of them, considering they had a couple of steps on you? I
can't speak on behalf of Hearts. I'm just, you know, thrilled at the performances that we've been putting in this season. Over the piece, we've been very, very good. I hope we can maintain that, you know, for the run-in now. We've got 10 games to go, and we'll treat everyone the same, as be professional in our preparation as we can, and look forward to the games and try and take, you know, pressure off the players and let them go and do their stuff on the pitch. We've tried to do that all season, and yeah, some of them have thrived in this environment, and you know, Friday night game under the lights is something to savour always, no matter who the opposition is.
Your team have demonstrated that on these occasions. Your players, I mean, it might sound obvious, but your players in particular seem to relish the big games, maybe more than some of the lesser games where you maybe drop points. How big an advantage?
I think the atmosphere helps. You know, it's subconsciously you lose your game if you're playing Aberdeen at home, Celtic at home, Rangers at home, obviously Hearts. You know, last season we had Dundee United here in a big game in January on a Friday night, and we played brilliantly. Hearts in the Cup last year, again the atmosphere was, and the players respond up. That's a natural thing to do. Sometimes the bread and butter games, we've played well in all of them. You know, we just haven't had the results sometimes, but maybe that's just the extra expectation that they brought on themselves from their performances so far. But you know, we went to Dundee, got a great result, beat Motherwell at home, got a great result. So, you know, they've handled the majority of the games very, very well.
That last game, you know, against Hearts, would you say that was your worst moment in an Edinburgh derby? Your worst game?
In an Edinburgh derby, yeah, we lost it, you know, and, you know, the game could have went either way. It was a difficult day, you know, condition-wise, and a difficult pitch to play on. We knew all that going into the game. So the game could have went either way. I mean, 30 seconds earlier, you know, Boilers had a great chance where Cowie switched off. 30 seconds later, we've switched off and Cowie gets the winner. So there was nothing in the game, really.
What was your best moment in an Edinburgh derby? Or your best game? Maybe the cup we played last year, possibly?
Yeah, that was very good. I enjoyed the first cup game. I've enjoyed them all, you know. I mean, the defeat sort of hurts you for a bit. But you learn with experience to get over it quickly. It's not the big. I'm not going to be defined as a Hibs manager by derby results, Brian. If that's what the Hibs fans are looking for, then they've got the wrong man in charge. I'm looking at the far bigger picture of, you know, taking the club on, progressing it, and if we can win derbies along the way, then so be it.
Craig Levine said that natural order had been restored after that last game. A win for you on Friday, would that switch it back your way, in your opinion? Or is it still in your opinion?
I don't know what natural order means. You know, that's Craig made that comment, so I mean, he's been ingrained in the Edinburgh derby a lot longer than me in Edinburgh, so you'd have to ask him what he meant by that.
See, your experiences in an Old Firm derby, you know, you've had good and bad there as well, haven't you? Do you draw in those? Yes,
very much so. I think that experience is vital for these type of games, you know, whether you've played in them or managed in them.
What would be examples that you could draw in from a good Old Firm game and a bad Old Firm?
Just, you know, your own experiences of preparing for them, the tension around it, you know, and trying to contain your emotions on the pitch, which sometimes can be a difficult thing to do from everyone's perspective. So yeah, you just try and drum that into the players that, of course, it's important to win, but the performance is just as important in how you manage that as well.
I would think it's much easier as a player to be involved in these games as it is a manager, because once the players cross the line, you can't do anything.
It's night and day, the difference, you know, night and day. So, you know, you can't control things on the park. What you have to, as a manager, is be wary of controlling the things you can control, and then the uncontrollables, you can't worry about that, or try and stay away from that if you can. But you play the game in your head over and over. You do as a player as well, but as a manager, you try and go through every facet of the game.
Do you sleep the night before?
Oh, aye. Yeah, no problem sleeping.
As you said, it's maybe not a rivalry that's as intense as some others, maybe the rivalry in Glasgow, but, you know, as a club, and when you approach these fixtures, do Hearts get under your skin a little bit in the run up to these games?
Not maybe if you're ingrained in the derbies here. I've sort of taken a step away from it and not tried to, you know, some people can get obsessed with the rivalry, you know, and it's the same in Glasgow as well. And it's a difficult thing to do is contain it, but I don't have any problems with that. No, they don't get under my skin at all.
Two big derbies in the league this weekend involving three of the top four teams, obviously yourself included. How much do you think it will shape what happens between now and the end of the season, between your game on Friday and the game on Sunday?
I think Sunday will have far bigger bearing on which way the title's going to go, for sure. As regards ours, you know, we have an opportunity to put more distance between ourselves and Hearts in 5th place, and maybe put pressure on the other teams around us going into the weekend. So it can be a good weekend, a very good weekend, long weekend, or it can be a very disappointing weekend, whatever way you want to look at it. Obviously we want to have the former, but in terms of, the prestige or the influence that the derbies are going to have, certainly the one on Sunday is going to have a bigger influence on where the title goes, for sure.
Given how your team's performed this season against the so-called bigger teams and the results they've got, would you say this is a kind of group of players that thrive in the big games and you're confident you can get a result on Friday?
I think, you know, again, I'm not differentiating between playing against the big teams and what you would call the lesser teams in the league, because you know we've played well in the majority of all the games. There's only been one or two really flat performances out of, what are we on, 28, 29 games now, so I think we've played pretty well in the main for all of the games, but regardless if it's a top 6 team or a bottom 6 team. So again, we'll approach this game no differently in terms of, you know, the work on the training ground and how the mentality of the team, and just making sure that, you know, they keep their feet on the ground and not get involved in any hype or over excitement. That can always wear you down a little bit.
Has the aftermath of the cup defeat sort of taken care of your team talks ahead of Friday night?
No, there was no aftermath, honestly. We're straight back into it, and we've gone, I don't know, many games we've won since then. We've lost one, and that was at Celtic. You know, we played very well there. So there's been no hangover, if you want to call it that. And I'm not really giving it much thought. Like I said on the day, there was nothing in the game. The game kind of went out of the way. Unfortunately, the break didn't go our way. We can play it better for sure, and hopefully we can do that Friday night.
How was the pitch, Neil? The pitch good?
I think so, yeah. I've not been down to have a look at it. Maybe go down tomorrow and have a wee look at it. But I think even in this adverse weather, the groundsman here does a pretty good job on it. You know, I'm pretty pleased with the performance of the pitch this season. He's done really well in very trying circumstances.
How are the walking wounded?
Fine, yeah. I mean, the only long-term absentees now are Laidlaw, Barker, David Gray, Slivka. So the rest are all, you know, fresh and looking forward to playing.
Boyle fine?
Yeah, he trained today, so we should be okay.
How long is Barker going out? Because you thought his prognosis was a little bit better.
Yeah, we're hoping he'll be back before the split. So maybe we'll see him. He's out doing some work now on the grass. So we've got maybe the international break after that, the Hamilton game on the 4th of April. Maybe we'll look at that for him to be fully fit and ready, which is a nice bonus to have going into the split.